We got Dennis back. Dennis suddenly got called away by Billy Bush or somebody probably. I don't know where. Hey, Dennis, how you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
So we were talking to Dennis about Lamar going up. Did he talk to you personally, Dennis, when he said I want to go spend a few days at the Love Ranch?
Called my office, talked to my management person, TJ, on October 5th, said I want to come out, and every day changed it. And it's for 5 days. And finally on the 10th, they went and picked him up and had a nice conversation with him, great mood, great attitude, talking about his mom, was a little bit somber about that, talking about his dad being a drug addict, talking about how vindictive Khloe Kardashian is. Imagine that, the Kardashians vindictive. And also talking about that he'd been communicating with Madison Montag, who is our first pre-op transsexual prostitute at the Love Ranch Vegas.
You give customers a heads up on that, right? You let them know what's going on with the with the post-op transsexual.
Oh, it's a pre-op, but absolutely,
pre-op.
It's our first time, but it's plastered all over the loveranch.net site, and everybody knows it's our Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, you couldn't go in and accidentally get the transvestite without knowing what you're getting into. I'm just wondering.
No, not absolutely.
Because that's not everybody's bag of nuts there, you know.
No, but you know what? It's surprising the demand that this little gal had. But no, nobody's ever going to get. They're not going to get tricked. And they're not going to be on TV unless we're shooting our TV show and they sign a release and they beg because there's so many people want to be on it anyway.
What's the name? I want to Google this. What's the name
of the transvestite? Pre-op transvestite.
Go to loveranch.net. Madison Montag, Montag. So they had been talking over private message on Instagram, and when he got here. My manager asked him, "Are you going to party with Madison?" I want to meet all the girls, and so he met all the girls. He picked 2 girls, Ryder Cherry and Monica Monroe, his little blondes, and then then later on, Madison starts texting me saying, "Lamar was here to see me, and your manager pushed him towards those 2 girls, and I don't like it." And I'm like, whoa, slow up. He's a big guy. He's 6'10". He's rich. I think he's going to do exactly what he wants to do.
I'm looking at the website right now, and I was looking at it last week. I heard you mentioning the girls that he saw, so I looked them up, and I saw Madison. I didn't notice. I didn't see anything listing. I was just looking at pictures of the girls, and I thought she was the hottest one. She is. She's gorgeous. She kind of looks like a Kardashian a little bit.
Yeah, a little.
That's the scary part, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the scariest part. But look, somebody was reminding me that last night. Look what the hell happens to the Kardashian guys. The brother gave the guy who gains 100 pounds. Kris Jenner's, Caitlyn Jenner is a woman now. With Reggie Bush, where's he at? Nobody's heard of him. I mean, I can't wait to see Kanye in a dress.
It seems like you don't think much of the Kardashians.
I don't at all, and I'll tell you why. I'll be very frank with you. First of all, what is Kris Jenner famous for? She's famous because her best friend got killed by O.J. Simpson, and then her ex-husband got him off the murder charges. I don't see anything else but that. And if there is, tell me. Kim Kardashian, she took the Paris Hilton playbook and did a sex tape with a black man. That's what she's famous for. I don't get it. I never got it. And after this experience, when I expected Khloe to call me and say, "Dennis, what happened? Give us information. Did he eat broccoli? Did he do this? What did he do? Give me something to tell the doctors to help with his medical situation." No, I got a rude, nasty publicist calling me from 42 West saying, "Are you going to do any media?" "Yeah, I'm doing Today's Show. I'm doing Nancy Grace. Good Morning America. These are my friends. Yes, I'm going to tell them exactly what happened. I'm not pulling any punches because I got thrown into this mess." And well, don't do that. We don't want you to do that. Khloe wants you to send the contacts to me, and she'll do the TV shows. I said, Khloe Kardashian is not speaking for me, and she can go to hell.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like Khloe didn't want you giving your side because it wouldn't paint her in the best light possible.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And the second this came out, the father, who I understand has been known for selling false stories about Lamar, he's a drug addict, or was one or the other. He comes out, those hookers drugged my son. The Kardashians would have said the same thing. And I also added, it was probably a bit of a mean shot to the public. So I said, if Khloe's so close to Lamar, why is he waking up with my hookers and not her?
That is a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question.
We're talking to Dennis Hoff, who is the owner of, is it 4 legal brothels in Nevada? 7 legal brothels in Nevada.
4 in northern Nevada, between Reno and Lake Tahoe, and 3 outside of Vegas. And one last thing on Khloe. How would you like it? We've all had breakups, right? And we've all had terrible breakups. How would you like to have the girl you broke up with 2 years have control of your medical? My ex-girlfriend, Christina Scott, that I split up with, had control of my medical when I was in the hospital. If I had a cold, she'd say, pull the plug, he's done.
Yeah, it seems like you would want to. He maybe should have acted a little more quickly, because I know that they're not legally divorced, but maybe he could have put some other temporary plan in place.
Well,
right.
Look, you're probably not. Yeah, when you're 30.
Anybody but a Kardashian.
Right.
And I don't know if it's true, but I'm hearing that they showed up at the hospital. There's people out there that are putting things on social media. I couldn't get in to see my family because the Kardashians are there. There's terrible things.
Blocking the hospital for other patients who are in there. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, well, and look, since when do the Kardashians not understand media? They don't want me to do media. They call the paparazzi when they go to the bathroom.
Yeah. So when Lamar gets in touch with somebody and he wants to come in, I know it was going to be your birthday party, but when somebody says, I'm going to spend $75,000 in the course of the week, that's considered, like in Vegas terms, that's a whale, right? Somebody who's going to do that gets gold treatment, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, but he didn't say that before that. He just said, can he come in? And I said, yeah, but he can't do drugs. You got to tell him he can't do drugs. I don't know whether he's in his drug stage or non-drug stage. He's had a 20-year run of ups and downs. I mean, the owner of the Lakers is my personal friend. I know his history. And so, yeah, we had that talk. My manager had that talk with him. They come in. But and in regards to the money, is that a lot of money? Yeah. I've seen celebrities spend 20 times that much money. But it's a prostitute's job to get as much as she can for the service and provide a quality service. It's the customer's job to get the girl to do it for as least as possible. There was no negotiation. Lamar just said, the girls went in the room and they said, what do you want to do, Lamar? How long are you going to be here? I'm going to be here 4 or 5 days. I want to spend $75,000, $37,500 for each of you. And I want you to be with me 24 hours a day, in and out of the bedroom, and anything goes. Now, the girls aren't going to say, well, Lamar, could you just give us $5,000? They're going to take the money.
Right.
So it was his choice, and I think the world needs to know that. I don't want everybody thinking you got to spend $75,000 to have a good time. You can spend a few hundred and have a good time. It depends on how many girls, how long, how kinky, what you're drinking, and what suite you want to stay in.
It's this is all retrospect and looking at it Monday morning quarterback, but has it ever occurred to you, one of these days, some customer, maybe with a lot of money, is going to come in and this is how they want to go out. They want to come in and they want to
party.
They want to commit suicide, die at the Bunnyland, at the ranch.
You know what? I say bingo. You got the winner. And I'm so surprised the media, the Good Morning America, Today Show, and everybody hasn't hit on that. Because, look, this is a guy that the fact is he's being sued by his family because he didn't pay his child support. And he's going to spend $75,000. It's almost like maybe he wanted those kind of headlines. Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's come out for sure that he had coke in his system, but we knew that because he told the girls, and we told 911 he'd been doing coke on Saturday in Vegas, okay? Now, was he hiding it here from the girls? He could have been. I don't think so, only because he was sleeping, and cokeheads don't sleep. They spin around, and he was mellow. And then Dr. Drew reminded me, Dennis, that's why we have sleeping pills. Don't fall for this. Don't support Lamar. And I'm like, okay. Well, I asked my staff, is he eating? Yeah. Everything in the refrigerator. They had to go out for food and buckets of Kentucky Fried Chicken every day. Okay. So that's what he was eating. So in my life, 30 years ago, when I was around people who were partying in discos, the people that were doing coke weren't sleeping, and they weren't eating. Now, in this case, they said now that he's got downers in him. Also, that's what TMZ told me yesterday: coke and some downers. So, did he, after he got this call on Sunday night that said about one of his friends talking to him about the Kardashians show that played a rerun of him and where it didn't show him in a good light?
It showed them talking about him, and it was Kim telling Chloe what a stinker Lamar is. You know, who wants to see that on TV, especially if you're already feeling down about other stuff in your life, right?
Well, absolutely. You know what? I don't think that's fair. I think when you're doing a TV show and you're together, that's one thing. When you're not together anymore, to re-air that stuff, I don't think that's right. I think it's disgusting that they would do that to him, especially when they know he's fragile, they know he's got problems. I don't like it at all. Yeah. I would never do that on my TV show. I would never ever think about doing that. So, did he? He was upset for a couple hours. Then he got fined. Then Monday night, he said he wanted to spend time by himself. I just want to have a quiet evening by myself. So, did he come back to his room and reach in his bag and grab a bottle of Ambien or Trazodone or whatever he was taking? It very well could be, and that's what Dr. Drew said yesterday on CNN. Stop with the herbal supplement smokescreen. Stop with that. It's a smokescreen. It's a red herring. Yeah. He was doing coke. He was doing downers. He was drinking cognac. That's how all celebrities die.
Yeah, these herbal supplements, the reason you don't hear so much about the herbal supplements anymore is because they don't work. They have pharmaceuticals now that do work. Yeah. You remember, Dennis, when the back of men's magazines had Spanish fly and horny goat weed and all this stuff. That little blue pill came out, and all of a sudden that stuff is worthless.
Well, here's what you're absolutely right. Here's what my thought was initially, and now I'm starting to go more towards the suicide. And I just wish these damn toxicology reports would come out. So I thought, okay, he knows he can't do drugs at my place because it's zero tolerance. I don't care who you are. The guy's a lot richer than Lamar and a lot more famous have come there, and they're not doing drugs. Okay, he knows that. So maybe the herbal supplement was a replacement for that speed. Now, I took one of those type of pills 5 years ago to try it. And as far as my expertise in the bedroom, I'm not sure it helped, but it was like me taking 2 or 3 energy drinks. That's the way I felt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you got some kind of heart condition going on, you ought to be careful with those energy drinks too. I would imagine.
Absolutely, and so that was my initial thought that, well, he was looking for something to replace that go fast feeling that he knows he can't do here. And when I say he can't do it here, we can't watch him 24 hours a day. We don't know, but I can ask my management to look for eating and sleeping. I can tell the girls, if I find out that Lamar was doing drugs at my place, you're out of here, and your 6-figure job working 1 week out of the month is gone.
Is that a thing that the girls are expected, if they see a client doing hard drugs, that they're expected to go to management about it, or is it a don't ask, don't tell?
It's you go to management. It's not just hard drugs. Even if a guy comes up with this nonsense of I've got a med card and smoking weed, I don't want it in my place. There's no room for it, and it just doesn't work for me. Look, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I like sex and I eat way too much. Yeah, 2 vices. Those are the 2 vices I have, Dennis, you and me. Yeah, great. And so you understand it. So I don't have any room for that. And the other thing is with people, the haters out there, like his father said, they drugged him. Guys can't perform on drugs. I mean, it's a known fact that when you do coke, there's just nothing happening.
Well, listen, I was happy to hear that it looks like, because it didn't look good for a little bit. It's good to hear that Lamar is awake. I wish him all the best. How about the girls? Did it shake them up a lot? The girls that were there with Lamar when it happened?
Totally destroyed the house, the environment, traumatized the girls. Not just the girls that he was partying with, but the other girls too. We had girls that didn't come out of their room for like 3 days crying. Our staff we're off 2/3 the amount of girls because they, how do you know when you're gonna have a bad day when you get to work and the 60 Minutes van is sitting in front of your place? They woke up the next morning, 4 satellite trucks and like 30 reporters from the Daily Mail, ABC, NBC, everybody was there, and they're having to fight off this firestorm and all the stupid accusations, the lies about me and my place and these girls. Well, guess what, Lamar? You threw us in this cesspool. We didn't ask to be. Nobody knew that Lamar is coming here. Like 1,000 other celebrities, nobody knows. Our business is built on don't talk about this stuff.
What are your feelings toward Lamar, Dennis? How would you feel if you if you talked to Dennis? To Lamar. Sorry.
I feel very sad for him, and I just hope that he survives and he has his wits about him, his full mental capacity, and that he finally gets help for this terrible addiction. And I think Oprah said it absolutely the best. She articulated it better than anybody. The drugs are just a problem, and you, even if you're a celebrity, you just can't go along with it and condone it. And the takeaway for your listeners is, if you have a family member that you suspect doing drugs, do something, and don't cut him any slack at all. Right now, if you love him, you better do something, because he will be the next Lamar Odom.
Are you going to have a big Halloween party? That's usually a big night for your place, or is the spirit just not back yet?
Well, what I'm doing now is we're moving girls from other 7 locations. We're grabbing 2 girls from each location and moving them down here. They're all rolling in here now in the limos and the flights from northern Nevada, and we're going to get the place back up and running and get the attitude changed. It's a double-edged sword, and Heidi Fleiss said it best. She called me immediately and said, "Dennis, this is terrible. It's sad. Do everything right. Don't lie to anybody. Tell the media exactly what they want, and your business will triple." She's right. We got customers everywhere. Yesterday, 9 different guys that partied here wanted to see the suite he's in. It's a morbid curiosity.
Yeah. Anybody ask for the Lamar special? Ask for those 2 girls? Anybody ask for the Lamar special?
Well, I'll tell you what. Next month, 18 days are already booked in that
Wow.
VIP house.
Well, that's a little weird. I got to tell you, that's
kind of creepy.
That is a little. But hey, to each their own, right?
It's like, you know what people do? They pay to sleep where the side of the front of the building. George Washington slept here. George Washington ate here. People go to those restaurants.
Lamar Odom OD'd here.
Did you get a plaque on the door?
Listen, Dennis, you're more interesting to talk to than any other person I know. So
he's very
thanks for taking the time with us. We appreciate it.
Well, and I want to apologize because I had to cut it short, but I had Access Hollywood on a live, Inside Edition on a live sat link to New York. I just had to go.
Understood. I know we're pretty far down on the list, Dennis, but I love you. I love you, man.
He still makes the time.
Let me tell you, I signed a bunch of people today to get back because I felt so bad that I had to go. I called that PRP person and said, "You moved the next couple of shows. I don't know who these people are, and these are my friends. I want to be on their show."
All right, Dennis. Great talking to you. Thanks for taking the time. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.